It's a little weird. It's a little weird what's happened with Shepherd's Conference this year because unlike past years, it's Steve Lawson up there doing like the opening. And some of you might be like, why is Steve Lawson there? He's usually a speaker there, but like why is he doing the opening? Well, he's doing the opening because John MacArthur is not in the building, or at least I think he's not in the building because they had one of the pastors come up and talk about how he won't be speaking today. I'd seen this a little bit on Twitter this morning. Some people talking about it as I fix everything with my. All right, and I wasn't sure if it would actually happen or not, but yeah, he's not speaking. So a lot of you know that he fell ill. Um, January 1st, I think he preached on the Sunday morning, and then he wasn't able to finish for the second service. And then it came out that he had surgery, some kind of like, I think there was like some kind of blockage, so major surgery. And then, the church put out some statements that were really just oddly worded PR and not a lot of details about like what happened to their pastor. I'm sure that like if you go to like a Wednesday night Bible study at Grace Community Church or part of a small group, they probably told you more information, but not of that. A lot of that was actually like getting out. And so he's just been gone. But about a week ago, he posted on Twitter, or someone posted for him, that like there was a picture of him and his wife, and it looked like they were out in the snow, enjoying the snow. And they were so excited to share. He said he was so excited to share his heart with everyone coming up at Shepherd's Conference. But he ain't here. Now, a lot of people are going to go all kinds of conspiracy about this, and I have to admit there's a part of me that kind of wants to go that way. But at the end of the day, the guy is like 83, and he had surgery a couple months ago, and it's obvious that he wasn't up for probably standing up for that long. That's what I imagine it would be. Because also something that came out the other day was Josh Bice dropped a video yesterday on their G3 Ministries podcast of him talking with John MacArthur. And it's like, to my knowledge, I think that was recorded just a couple days ago. Because they were talking about different themes and all of that, and they're obviously in California, so like I think that was just recorded maybe even over this weekend. And I will say an odd interview. It felt a lot like, and again, the guy's 83 years old, so like there's no shame in it. It's just, it felt like a grandson kind of walking their grandfather through a conversation. So they put that out yesterday. And now Steve Lawson is preaching today. So I think that he is well enough to talk, but probably just not well enough to stand up and be up there for so long. So I know a lot of people would love for me to like jump all over that and be like, oh, something bigger is going on, like do all that kind of stuff. And I see that online, but the guy's old. So like, I don't know what else there is to like really talk about as far as that. Like, I think it's weird. Some of like the conversations that have come out from it, and like how there's such like a lack of transparency, even with like the health of their leader with this church. Like, because people were saying all kinds of things that it was like really bad. He's like, I got messages from people being like, I know what's going on. He's in the hospital. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. I'm not going to, like, if you sent me that message, I'm not calling anyone a liar. It's just like, I can't like go on a video and be like, I know what's going on. Plus I don't do that. Like, I'm not like that kind of like a news channel. But the guy's old and he's not able to talk this time, at least. Now the pastor who came out, I forget who it was, but the pastor who came out and kind of did like welcome to Shepherd's Conference thing, and then they went right into music. He was basically saying that he hopes to be there for the Q&A tomorrow and for the closing session. So he was supposed to open it, he was supposed to do the Q&A tomorrow, and the closing session the day after, so Friday. I would be kind of shocked if he did the closing session. Like, if you go back, like, don't do it now. Don't do it now. Let me know if you got any questions about anything. We could kind of even do like a little bit of a chill stream. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this time we could keep it around Grace Community Church and John MacArthur and stuff like that if you want to. But I thought that we would be getting Johnny Mac, and I was assuming that there would be some conversations about, some topics that he has been very passionate about the last couple of years, and that we can discuss that live. But instead, we get Lawson. Lawson's pretty good. I like Lawson as far as a preacher goes. I'm not going to talk about like who he keeps company with, but I think he's a pretty good preacher. So he's just given a sermon on Romans, so probably from his Bible study even. I don't think that he was planning on doing an extra session. But yeah, so that's what's going on. This doesn't tell me anything about whether Augustine liked nachos or not. I'm bored. Hey, if you like this video, if you watch the whole thing, you probably do, might as well hit the like button. It'll do me a big favor. Also, YouTube has a video that they think that you might want to watch. So, here you go.